Say, do you think we've been unimaginative and less creative with these opening bits?
Yeah, I still think we have the...
You think after 144 episodes we would prep this more?
Nah. I think people are just here to listen to us talk about Ultraman.
Yeah, so I think maybe for now on, or at least starting in the next year, we'll just cue the opening, then just go straight into the episode.
There you go. Schwat.
Schwat. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Ultraranger, the podcast where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. I am your host, Ultragar.
I'm your co-host, Ultralane. Hi.
And I am sick.
Yes, you are sick.
Not from what you think.
No.
This is
This is a stuffy room.
This is what happens when there's no air circulation in your friend's bedroom, and then you spend the night, and then it's like, ugh, it stuffs you up.
Oh.
Doesn't help that my friend has a pet guinea pig, which I love to death, but just the hay mixed with no circulation. Because I sleep with a fan. I'm one of those people where you see the meme where it's like, doesn't matter if it's hot, cold, rainy, wherever, I have to have a fan when I sleep.
Yeah.
Because it also just helps circulate the air.
Me, I have to have my heater on because I have no insulation in my room, so it gets very cold in the winter. So, whatever.
But we're talking about Ultraseven and Ultraman Dyna, episodes 18. And we're talking about episodes 16, 17 of Ultraman Z.
Yeah, because they kind of roll into each other. More so just like one fight ends and the other one begins in the next one.
It's better than, sometimes where it's like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, you have to find out next week. And then, it doesn't continue straight into the next episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's do this quickly. Now let's go back. Anyways, let's talk about some Ultraseven.
Episode 18, Escape from Dimension X.
So, 0 out of 10 because no Krang.
Okay, wrong. I mean, TMNT wasn't invented yet.
But this is Escape from Dimension X.
Yeah, in the Ultra series, not TMNT. So, if anything, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is copying from Ultraseven.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, so this is mostly actually a Soga and Amagi focused episode. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought we needed our fucking gruesome twosome, our dynamic duo?
Or maybe it's Dimension 10, where X is the numeral for 10.
Maybe. Nah, X sounds cool.
Or maybe X as in cross, so it's the cross dimension.
Maybe this is where Ultraman X is from.
Maybe this is Ultraman X's homeworld. Because according to the official freaking Super Twitter page, when they released his character bio, he doesn't have a home world.
Ooh.
His home world is unknown.
Like he goes to the Land of Light. It's like, hey guys, what's up? Who the fuck are you? I'm Ultraman X. We've never seen you before. You're not one of us.
I don't even know who you are.
It's like, besides, you have a fucking letter as your color timer. That's stupid. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, hey Zeb, how's it going, man? Oh, look at this fucking loser.
You have a letter for your color timer. Zed just immediately rips his off. Yeah! How stupid is he? Like, it just hurts to tear. It just tears it up.
So basically they're like Ultra Guard performing a training exercise because even though you're a skilled soldier, it's important to hone your skills and keep them up to date. So you have to go through rigorous training.
So let's do what the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie did. and start off with some skydiving.
Skydiving, yeah, that's totally what they were doing. I totally believed it. You know, they were in front of a green screen that freaking showed like the sky, and then they just jumped off of like what looked like a plane, and then when they saw them skydiving down, it was just like figures. No, totally realistic, guys.
Oh, this is what you get from director Hajime Tsuburaya.
Oh, wow, his grandson made it?
His son.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot he was still alive around that time.
So yeah, Amagi and Soga get kidnapped.
Well, it's
not kidnapped.
It's not like they kidnapped. They just like they end up jumping out later than the others did because like Soga was being or Amagi was kind of being like a little bitch about it, and so Soga's like, "Oh, come on! Like it's not that bad." Or no, Soga was the one who was being a wimp about it. Magi's like, "Hey, whatever, man. Just fucking you just close your eyes and just go, and you'll be fine." So he pushes him out, and then Magi joins them.
Is this what happens? Is this what happens if you don't thank the bus driver on your way out?
Yeah. No, but thanks to the Galactus event, we found out we are the bus driver.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah, the new Fortnite season is on right now, and it's pretty cool. It's a hunter themed season. So like we have Mandalorian and this Wild West Bandit.
Well, this isn't the Fortnite podcast.
I wish it was.
No.
Yeah.
Go make your own podcast.
Yeah. I can't do a fucking show by myself. We've seen that before.
Yeah. How stupid would that be? So anyways, you can tell they're in a different world because there's reverb on like all their dialogue.
Yeah, and just like they're in like a forest area the whole time, and like there's like shit trying to kill them. It reminded me of that episode of Ultraman where they were stuck on that island and like everything was trying to fucking kill them.
Is that the episode with Red King in it?
I think so.
There were a lot of forest episodes.
I think it was like Pigmon was there.
Yeah, so it was episode.
Yeah.
It was either. What? Wait, hang on. Are you thinking about the Red King episode, or are you talking about the translator Pigmon episode?
I don't know. Well, because like the second Pigmon episode we watched was when he actually died.
Yeah.
But the first one we saw him, it was like with the balloon.
Yeah.
Like they shot the balloon at him to track him. But like everything else in that forest was trying to fucking kill them.
Okay, so you're talking about episode 8 then.
Yes. It's so like Amagi's just kind of on his own for a bit. He's trying to find out what happened to Soga because like Soga left like a message going like, "Don't trust anything in this forest," like blah blah blah.
But then you have to question, how do you write out?
Yeah, how do you write that?
How do you write that?
So then
did he like take the parachute like belt, cut it up with a knife or scissors he had, and then have to spell it out?
I don't know.
Or maybe it should have been leaves or sticks or blood.
Yeah. Or like he just like because like we knew their communicators worked, so like kinda. So like I think instead of writing a message, he should have like been trying to contact him, and then like he can hear him, but it's kind of distorted, but he could kind of make out what he was trying to say. He's like, "What? Don't trust this force. What are you talking about, Soga?" And so he's trying to find him, and like it's been 2 hours that they've gone missing, and so like Dan and the others are trying to figure out where the fuck they are, and so like eventually they get in contact with them, but like Kiriyama's just like, "Oh, they're probably just fucking around. Like, don't you know they should take this serious? It's a training exercise. Like, they shouldn't mess around." And Dan's just like, "Oh, what if the parachutes didn't go off?" And I'm like, "Whoa, Dan, you're being so fucking real about this."
Now I'm just thinking about the episode King of the Hill where when Piggy jumped out of the plane to go skydiving, the parachute didn't go off. And that was how that season ended.
She broke every bone in her body, didn't she?
The season ended with people thinking that she died.
Yeah.
Then, season premiere, she's just broke every bone in her body except for her neck.
Yeah.
And as soon as she gets to the hospital, that's when her parachute goes off. Yeah, literally, as they're pushing her in.
But yeah, so Amagi eventually finds Soga, but Soga's like trapped in like a swamp, and like there's shit trying to like fucking like there's these little like termite like thingies that are like stuck onto them, and they're trying to like
everything in this forest is trying to kill them.
Yeah, it's like that episode. It's like that arc in One Piece when Usopp went off training on himself when like he got separated from the others, and he ended up on an island where literally everything is trying to fucking kill him. And he meets a tokusatsu like hero.
The swamp tried to kill him. Bugs tried to kill him. that giant phantom monster over there, I think he's trying to kill him.
Yeah, so we also meet Alien Bell.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Zeton a bit.
It reminded me, like, it was a hodgepodge a bit. Reminded me of Zeton, reminded me a bit of,
Jamila?
no, not Jamila, but the, like, the second last episode of Ultraman when they go into space.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, there's that brown, like,
Oh, yeah.
like, bug monster. Can't remember his name.
Yeah. But he was cool looking. I liked him. I liked his design. And he could, like, project himself and, like, he was, like, all ghost-like. And...
Well, too bad because... According to the Ultra Wiki, this is his only appearance in the franchise.
Yeah, some kaijus are hit or miss. So
some kaijus show up and become lasting impacts, but then you have what I consider the Clarabelle effect, where they'll show up once in a while, but they're not really a part of the main cast.
Yeah,
I am of course referring to Clarabelle Cow from Disney.
So, I don't remember how. Like, the rest of the Ultra Guard ends up finding them. Like,
they just fly there.
Yeah, because, it's, not, like, another dimension. It's, like, a floating, like, piece of land.
Yeah.
Or it's, like, has, like... honestly, it reminded me of that floating island from, Beast Wars.
Oh, the one...
Where, like, they fell into, like, this fog in this mountainous area, but then, like...
Like, yeah, the floating island with, like, the temple.
Yeah, and
like
if you went near it, it would, like, fire a fucking laser from the tower.
Tigertron Focus 2-parter.
Yes, because, like, Tigertron went missing.
Yeah, because Tigertron was like, oh, thanks, I'm not gonna stay with you guys, bye.
Yeah, well, it's because, like, he still had, it was in tune with his natural tiger instincts.
In that case, you know...
That's why fusing with animal DNA is probably a dumb idea in the Transformers universe, because it's, like, become kind of half and half.
Well, apparently that's what happened with Grimlock and them. Since they're with dinosaurs, their minds are very primitive, so that's why Grimlock speaks in the third person and Caveman speak.
Oh, Grimlock.
So, according to one of the higher ups at TDF, this is Persuado space or
pseudo space.
Sorry, pseudo space.
Yeah.
Where it's like. What does that even mean?
Like pseudo-space?
Yeah.
It means like it's there but not. Like it's in between.
So it's a mirage.
Kinda. Like, okay, I think what it was is it was like a projection of like a dimension. So it wasn't like it was there but it wasn't there. Like the alien Bell was like projecting it.
Okay, so it's kind of like, say, if Flash was like trying to go to another dimension.
Yeah, kinda.
Or I guess teleport.
I don't know. What I gathered from it was that Alien Bell was the one projecting Dimension X.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the actual Dimension X, it was just a projection of Dimension X. So, but yeah, so they end up, like, going there, they find them, and, like, they find them both, and, like, they're being, like, attacked by this crab thing that shoots this, like, blue fucking toxic gas.
Is that an alien bell? Nope.
And then, like, Dan does this thing where, like, he gets, like, thrown onto the ground, and then he just, instead of using the Ultra Eye, he just uses, like, a teleportation thing and then teleports into Ultra 7. It was weird.
Like, maybe he teleported away. Because so, apparently Alien Bell, the reason why he has that name is because of his...
Yeah, he gives off, like, a really, like, harsh sound wave that, like, hurts the ears.
Yeah. Except only Dan can hear it, because #I'm an alien.
I'm an alien.
So like Dan's like over there, like, you know, hands on his ears, trying to not hear the sound. It's just a script. He teleports.
Yeah, he just turns into Ultra Stone. So he starts fighting him, and like this fight, like I'm surprised how long it went on for, like, especially being like an old school Ultraman series.
It honestly felt very short and unforgettable.
Like, I just remember, like, he was fighting him a bit, and then he flew him in the air, and he, like, grabbed him by his legs, and, like, started, like, spinning him around.
Now I remember.
And, yeah, he threw him into, like, a bog, and then, like, the Dimension X, the projection started, like, dissipating, like, bit by bit, and so, like, they had to, the rest of the Ultra Guard had to get out of there, but they're like, oh, what about, and it's like, what about Dan? We have to get him back, and it's like, oh, it's too late, he's gone, like, we gotta go, fuck him.
So, it's kind of like in the Dyna episode where they introduced Hanajiro.
Yeah.
the beautiful, peaceful planet is actually a hologram.
Yes. And then, like, Alien Bell ends up disappearing with the dimension. And then Dan, like, reverts himself back to his normal form, and, like, he's just in the beta. And, like, they're like, oh, don't worry, guys, I made it. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, let's go home.
Let's go home. And
it's pretty much it.
That's it.
It ends.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And, like, Kiriyama makes, like, a comment being like, oh, like, something about the devil.
Oh, yeah, so Kiriyama mentions, like, something about if there is no god, then, like...
Like a god without...
Like, if you're smart, if you're...
a god without intelligence is just a clever devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dan's just like, oh, but isn't our job to fight clever devils? So, like, this episode was okay. Like, it's... I feel like it would have been more interesting if, like, all of them got trapped there, and they were like, they all got separated, and they all had to, like, find each other and stuff, and just, like, Alien Bell kept fucking with all of them. I think it would have been more interesting, because, like, you had... It was Soga and Amagi. Like, ooh!
Yeah, remember, they got lost in space together.
Yeah, so, like, we've already had, like, a plot-focused episode with them. Hell, Furuhashi was, like, not in this episode at all. You know what I think would have made this episode more interesting? It was Dan and Ann. And, like, Dan couldn't do anything because, like, Alien Bell kept using its sound waves, and then, like, Dan was like stunned, and he couldn't do much of anything because the sound really bugged him. And Anne had to figure out shit. That would have been more interesting. Like, it should have been like, oh, Anne's afraid of jumping out of the fucking plane or whatever like that. And Dan's like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Like, flying's really easy. Ah.
Yeah.
I think that's why this episode wasn't that great, because it focused on the wrong characters. Should have been Anne and Dan.
Them skydiving just... No, he doesn't. No, not even that. No, he doesn't remind me of the Power Rangers movie, but it reminds me of the scene Kingsman when they're doing the training exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so all of them were doing the halo jump, and like they all jump out, and that's when the teacher tells them, one of you doesn't have a parachute. So like some of them were getting scared, like, but
and they ended up having to work together.
Yeah, and Eggsy and the female character, I can't remember her name, they like just make it from like hitting the ground, and Eggsy's the only one that didn't pull a chute, so he loses it on his teacher, being like, Hey, I have a question for you. Like, why'd you make me not have a parachute? Like, do you just not like me or anything? Huh? Teacher comes up to him, pulls on his parachute. Parachute comes flying out. It was basically a test of mind of like, all of you had a parachute. It was just whether or not like you have to work together.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like they focused on the wrong characters. Mm-hmm. And it should have been Anne and Dan trapped in Dimension X.
Yeah, because so far we've had... I don't know, can you really call episode 12 an Anne focus episode?
No.
Can you call episode 8 an Anne focus episode?
No. So
episode 13's a Kiriyama episode.
Well, because like obviously like Anne has like, because like we even got like a shot after where you hear Dan speaking through the intercom, and you see like it does like a close up shot of Anne going like relieved that Dan's still alive, and it's like, oh wait, yeah, she has a crush on him, obviously.
Totally not Zero's mom.
Yeah. So like I just feel like this episode would have been better if it focused on those two instead of just Soga and Amagi.
I do agree with that.
Like, nothing against them, but just... also we got the spider gun, which was...
Oh, yeah.
Reference to the spider shot.
Or how, like, the higher-up at TDF acknowledged that, oh, I've dealt with this thing before.
Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
We lost, like, a plane of, like, 200 men.
Yeah, we lost 200 people a part of TDF. I'm like, then he should have been there.
Yeah.
Make him one, like, make the higher-ups at TDF have to do this exercise as well.
Yeah.
And like he has to go in to save them because he's like, oh, I've dealt with this before, I can fix it.
Do you know what? You know what? That's the thing, though, Gar. This is a show from like 1967, 1968. I think we're asking too much of it.
We are asking
like at the time, like
if anything, we're thinking of how we could improve this for modern time.
Huh? I wonder if the Ultraseven modern series is better. Because you've always been telling me it's like utter garbage.
Oh,
like it's
Ultraseven
really crappy.
X?
Yeah, apparently like it's not that good. Like you don't like it's not as good as like, or like it's on par with like the first and the next or something. Because you like the first, you don't like the next.
I don't like the next because it's just a horror movie featuring Kamen Rider.
But it's got V3 in it.
Who cares? V3 could have been better.
Hey. V3's awesome.
V3 could have gotten better.
But yeah, so this episode was okay. I just again think it focused on the wrong characters. And like Alien Bell was cool, and I don't know, I wish Ultraseven like cut him in half. Like I'm wanting more Ultraseven cutting fucking people in half.
He
That's
hits
what
him
I'm here
with
for.
it, but he didn't cut him in half.
No, he hit him with his eyes slugger, and he's like, oh,
Yep.
it didn't work. Okay, try beaming him. Beep!
That worked.
Yeah, beaming always works. Also, he doesn't have a fucking color timer, so like...
Woohoo! Unlimited time.
Yeah, we don't have to fucking worry about him.
You know what he is? He's... Ultraseven's that cell phone plan that you do with unlimited time.
5 gigs of data.
Yeah, 5 gigs of data.
Unlimited call minutes for like... talk and text for like...
all across the country.
$70 a month?
Yeah.
$77 a month?
No, 1967.
Yeah.
So anyways, on to Ultraman Dyna.
Hail Satan.
Whoa.
So yeah, episode 18, The Girls Who Call the Darkness. So
speaking of the wrong characters,
like I thought this was the movie The Craft, which is a movie about like these 3 women who like get into witchcraft and they try to like summon the devil. That's what this felt like.
I feel disappointed about this episode.
Like it was okay. Like again, Rio got like fucking captured, or her soul got fucking kidnapped, or some shit. Like, god damn it.
But it's not even that. It's just the fact that, you know, think of Ultraseven when he fought King Joe. That was a 2-parter in celebration of, you know, like, hey, it's a new year, 1968. Let's like, here's like a 2-parter to get people engaged.
Yeah.
This is the first episode, 1998, even though it feels more like a Halloween special type of thing. Because it's all about, you know, the whole cult thing and like summoning the devil, even though it's not the devil. Like, so the kaiju of the episode is Bishmel, who has the weakest sub-name ever, or like subtitle ever, as Large Magical Beast.
Also, like, the 3 chicks kept calling him a different name. They kept calling him, like, Shigeru-san?
Oh, no, that was, like, one of the people that was possessed by it or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Or, like, they were referring to it as the devil. And I'm like, it's like...
Well, yeah.
Like, if you give a kaiju a name, call it that. Don't just call it the devil.
Well, I mean, maybe to be fair, they don't know what it is.
Or just call it Bishmel, the devil. Or the devil Bishmel.
Well, no, Guard, that's the thing. They didn't know what it was called, so they thought what they were summoning was the devil. It was just, Bishmel's the name of the fucking alien that was taking advantage of these fucking 3 teenage girls, being like, I'm gonna kidnap these fucking people and use them for energy, food, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, teleportation abilities.
But, like, yeah, so, like, these 3 girls, they, like, have this pentagram, and they take, like, a photo of, like, a person that they, like, they want to make happy.
No. Oh, they didn't bring me happiness, so I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of them to make the world a better place.
Gee, haven't we done that before already? Or haven't we already talked about something like that before? You know, Akane... SSSS Gridman?
That's SSSS Gridman.
But here's the thing. It's written by the same fucking dude!
Oh, wow.
And that's why I'm upset about this. This episode is written by the main writer of Dyna. And what does he do? He focuses on characters we'll never see again.
Oh, so he should have just had this in Gridman? Like, Takashi should have just been like, I'm gonna summon the devil to get rid of Gridman.
No, it's just the fact of, like, just... Usually when the head writer writes an episode, it's usually either plot relevant or a character development.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the episode, like, Red's actor was written by Keiichi Hasegawa, and that focused on Mai and Ryo actually developing as a character.
Yeah.
Or at least showing her as like showing her from a different personality or a different side.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like any Joe Bob wrote it and was like, "Hey, what do you think? Okay, we'll make it into an episode."
Yeah, you didn't enjoy this episode, did you?
Asuka, I didn't like Asuka in this episode.
No, yeah. So like when they get to like this all girls school, like it's Rio and Asuka get sent to it, and then like apparently like a bunch of girls like go up to Asuka and they're like, "Oh my god, you're Supercuts!" He's like, "Oh yeah, I am." Like, "You want my autograph?" And Rio's just like, "Shut the fuck up, Asuka."
Yeah, it was basically just that the entire episode.
And like at one point they're sitting with the principal, which like she has like all this weird magical voodoo shit, and like the one of the three girls like brings back like a book that's about like pentagrams and
how to call the devil.
Yeah. And like she's like, "Thanks for letting me borrow the book, principal." And like and so like we're looking and it's like, oh yeah, she's totally the fucking bad guy. Like
it's
the principal.
So obvious.
It is so obvious. And like later on we see like Rio try to encounter her and she's like, "Oh, I'm Bishmael." You know, and like fucking puts her against the wall.
At least in fucking Ginga, the whole reveal of the principal being like, you know, the possessor of Dark Lugia was somewhat shocking.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Because it's like, oh shit, you wouldn't have seen that coming.
It's like we got to know that character throughout the series, and we thought, oh yeah, she's cool.
Oh, she's nice, innocent. Oh
my god. But then like at one point, like the girl leaves, like Erica, I believe her name was.
I don't know. Girl 1, girl 2, girl.
The short-haired girl. Her name was like Erica.
Not Umika.
Okay. I looked up. Like I tried to look up like the three like actors who played the three girls. Apparently, one of them was in porn later.
Apparently, some of them were idols or something.
Yeah, of course, all the men have become idols. But like. Asuka goes like, "Wow, that one looked really stiff," and you just see Rio just like fucking like stomp on his fucking foot. Shut the fuck up! Get your dick out of your head out of your pants.
Like it was literally that. Asuka would make a witty remark. Rio would just shut up
because she doesn't have time for his bullshit.
Then don't bring him along.
So, like, they go to this pool with like one of their friends, and it's like, "Oh, like you hate that chick because she took away like your chance to like be in the swim team or something, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I guess I don't like her that much." It's like, "Oh, well, let's take a picture and we'll get the devil to fucking kill her." And it's like, "What? No, I don't want that. No, you want that? No, I don't want that. No, you only want that. Okay, I want that. Yeah, I thought so.
No, I don't want it. You don't want it. I do want it. You don't want it. I do want it. You don't want it. Listen, when I say I do want it,
You don't. I do. You don't. I do. Listen, when I say I do, that means I do. Oh, Roger Rabbit. You're classic. So, yeah. So then, like, they end up, like, Rio gets kidnapped again. And so then, like...
2 episodes in a row, her getting kidnapped.
Also, it's funny that, like, Erica kept getting, like, pissed off every time, like, Asuka would just, like, shoot his fucking gun at it, and it'd be like, ah! And, like, disappear. It's like, she's like, fuck! Like, it's not working again! So then, like, they summon it again this time, and so then, like, Asuka's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking summon Dyna, whatever. And, like, the 3 girls are talking about, like the 4th girl that's with them is just like, "Oh, you used to be really nice and stuff like that, now you're a fucking bitch, blah, 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 what happened to us being, like, together and love and stuff? This isn't bringing happiness to people, this is killing people!" And she's like, "Oh, I'm like, no, but the devil, no, fuck the devil!" And actually fucking slaps her in the face.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, yeah, no, I like that. I like when, like, someone's trying to, like, snap someone out of something. Like, that's why I like in the movie Airplane, where it's like that woman's freaking out and it's like, no, hold yourself! Like, it's just a lineup of people trying to fucking...
There, everything's gonna be fine. Hey, Chris, your mom's on the phone. She wants to talk to you. Everything's gonna be fine. Family Guy did that joke.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Brian and Kristen Quagmire. That's a list.
So, yeah, so the principal turns into fucking Bishmael, then which we find out that the principal's soul was also fucking kidnapped.
But...
So... Asuka turns into Dyna, and he like starts fighting, and then he turns into Miracle, and so, but then he senses that the other people that were kidnapped are inside him, so he can't destroy him. Which I'll say, Bishop's design's fucking cool.
You saw it?
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking see a damn thing.
Really? Yeah, he kind of had like this kind of like Palpatine kind of like look to him, because he had like a kind of like a ragged cloak, and he like shot lightning bolts out of his fucking hands.
All right, let me rephrase that. Yes, I did see it, but I just kind of hate how we never really got like a nice
daytime shot of him.
Nice daytime or actual look at the design.
I get it. So like they end up clashing with each other, and just like I kept getting Palpatine vibes from him.
Because like Nakajima over there was like, "Oh, it's space powers against magic." I'm like, or no, it was like psychic.
It's like psychic powers versus space magic.
No, like natural magic.
Oh,
because like the psychic magic was Dyna.
Yeah.
I'm like, at this point, you might as well just call it spaceology. At least, you know, the stuff Ultraman Blue and his mom studied. The space archetype. I focus on spaceology. That sounds like something you make up and pretend that it's an elective.
So then Dyna like stops like Super Guts from like destroying them, because he's like, "What? He's like, no, don't fucking destroy him." And so then like the girls realize, oh, we can stop it. Like if we destroy, like point this mirror at the pentagram or something like that, then like it'll destroy itself. And so, like, they realize they have to do it together, and then, like, they have this, like, feel-goodsy moment where they're like, "Oh, wow, your hands are so warm. Wow, we hold hands all the time. We didn't know this before." And, like, they realize, like, they're stronger together as friends or whatever. Like, power of friendship. I don't fucking know. And so then, like, they destroy the circle, the pentagram, and causes Bishmil to be like, "Oh!"
And then the episode just abruptly ends.
It ends with, like,
no explanation.
Well, like,
if they
Dyna like sends him back to like through like a dimensional rift or something, but then like we didn't get like a notice or sign that like, oh, the people were rescued.
No, it's just, oh, there's Rio. So I guess it confirms that everyone is back.
And then he's like hitting on the girls, or Asuka's hitting on the girls, and then Rio's just like, well, I'm leaving, and just like bails out in the car, that was funny.
How old is Asuka supposed to be? Like 20?
I think she's supposed to be like 19.
19, 20.
Yeah.
I expected more from this episode.
Like, I think it focused too much on these side characters.
Exactly.
Like, a bit too much.
You know, it's like, you know, if this was any other writer, I'd be like, okay, it's fine. But this is the head writer of Ultraman Dyna. The guy that should be like, okay, this is where I want the story to go.
Yeah.
And for him just to focus on this one group of characters that we will never see again. It's upsetting.
Like, I would have preferred an episode where Asuka has to deal with his dad or something. Did we hype up that oh, your dad was this awesome fucking Super Guts pile, and then he disappeared into this rift and he's probably dead? Asuka's like, no, he's not dead. Go into that more. I'm more interested in finding out if Asuka finds out more about his dad.
Do more about Super Guts. Do more about the freaking stuff in the pilot where the flying saucer.
Bring back Hori!
Bring back Hori.
Bring back Hori. Bring back Shinjo.
Just, if you want to see this done better, go check out episodes 9 and 10 of Ultraman Forza. Kamen Rider Forza. Because it was kind of like the same thing with Tomoko and her spirit friends.
Mm.
But at least there, it progressed the plot with, because introduced Fire State, Tomoko becomes the final member of the Kamen Rider Club. And it starts to wrap up the first storyline.
Exactly.
That's 3 reasons why that did better than this.
Yeah.
It didn't focus on any of the main characters. That's pretty much it. It didn't focus on any of the main characters, and it didn't progress the plot.
Yeah.
I know I'm asking a lot, but come on.
I mean, Gar was 1997.
It was 1998.
It was almost your 1-year birthday.
Here you go, Gar. You just turned 1. Here's a shitty episode of Dyna. Goo Goo Gar Smash.
Gar.
Goo Goo Gar.
Hey, Dyna.
Yeah, the fuck.
Anyways, Dyna, you better do better with next episode.
fucking better.
Like, I thought it was okay. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was, but, like, and again, Bishmael's design I thought was pretty fucking cool. Like, he was kind of this weird, like, space wizard.
I keep thinking of the word Ishmael.
Call me Ishmael, please. But yeah, just, like, no, you have these, we already have, like, a bunch of characters that we focus on. Focus on them.
You literally have, like, what, 7 members of Super... You have Hibiki, Ryo, Mai, Nakajima, Karia, freaking Koga, and Asuka.
Yeah.
You have 7 members of Super Guts.
And we want more Hanajiro.
More Hanajiro.
Yeah, come on.
Like, you have 7 characters you can focus on, but you decide to focus on 4 one-shot characters. Like,
that's the one thing that Tiga fucking did really well, was like when it did character focused episodes.
Like, hell, freaking Tiga had an advantage because when they didn't have an episode focusing on the main characters, they at least had, you know, the side characters, like the higher ups of TPC.
And like they extended it, like Shinjo had his sister.
Yeah, Shinjo's sister.
Hori had like all these friends, and then brought back that chick that like he dealt with in one episode.
Hori's small group of friends.
What's her face had a son.
Yeah, the news reporter. Or like the journalist.
Yeah, the journalist who was like with Kamiki or whatever his name is. Yeah. So like
Tiga did this better.
Tiga made us give a shit about her fucking characters.
This doesn't.
Kind of.
Anyways, I need a cleanser. We
need Zed.
I need my Zet fix.
So, we're talking about episode 16 and 17. The Lion's Cry and Belial Rock.
Belial Rock?
Whatever. It's Belial Rock. We don't call him Belial, we call him Belial.
That is true, so it would just be Belial Rock.
So, yeah, so this was a Yuka-focused episode.
Yeah.
Well, at least the 16 was.
The first half of this two-parter with a question mark.
Like, it was just like it ended, like, with this, and then the episode led into,
Like, the episode straight up just leads right into the next episode, so that's why I was thinking, you know what, this at least lets us watch 2 episodes of that.
What a great way to open up an episode. Just a little 4-year-old girl looking up and, oh, it's Horobros. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you since Rube.
Saki, is that you? No?
No? Okay. Also, 0 out of 10, we didn't get quadruped Horobros.
Yeah, we only got biped.
Because I'm not a big fan of quadruped kaijus, but when fucking Horobros, you put him on his 4 legs, ooh, it fucks shit up.
Well, yeah, because it was jumping off of buildings.
Yeah, no, it was terrifying. And plus, Horobros' design is just fucking awesome.
Arr,
like some Garurumon looking motherfucker. Yeah, so apparently Yuka had some kind of run-in with Horobros when she was a little girl, and like her great-grandmother would talk about her and stuff, and somehow is the worst great-grandmother ever because she let her 4-year-old great-granddaughter fucking run off into the mountains by herself at night. That's not cool.
What part of don't go into the woods?
Didn't you watch Lion King as a fucking kid?
No, they didn't have that in Japan. They had
Oh, fucking Kimba the White Lion?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You watched like a 2-hour fucking
yes.
thing about that.
So,
how like, oh, it's not like the Lion King.
Yes, someone actually watched all of like Kimba
every single piece of media related to Kimba the White Lion.
Yeah, related to Kimba the White Lion, just so the internet could shut up about how the Lion King ripped off Kimba. No. Oh, but all these videos. No, it didn't. Here it is. It was like 2 hours.
I was there for like a bit of it. But yeah, so like Yuka being Yuka, obviously, she's like super overly excited about it, like finding like because like it's the 333rd year since like last time Horobros came around, so like Yuka, you might be able to come out at like noon if the sun's like properly aligned or some bullshit.
So Yuka, you're 333 years old, huh?
Yeah, so, like, then explain how the fuck you saw Horobros back when you were, like, 4 years old.
Hey, what's that over there?
But, so, like, she's, like, begging fucking Hibikura to, like, take her, and Hibikura's just like, whatever, if it will shut you up, yeah, sure. So then, like, she gets super excited, and Yoko's just like, well, I gotta go perform maintenance on King Joe, bye! And, like, she looks over at Haruki, like, she's like, oh, this shit's so heavy! Looks up at Haruki, Haruki's just like, but cuts to him, like, already carrying all of her shit.
Reminded me a bit of when Game Grumps did that live action bit of, like, we from Steam Train Challenge, you Game Grumps. It's like,
we hear Game Grumps, except, wait, what the hell is gonna be on my team?
Yeah, it's just the guy that's
just
not...
Barry.
Yeah, it's just Barry shaking his head.
Yeah. So Yuka does, like, that thing where she gets, like, obsessed with something. You know, kind of like me. So she starts digging around and stuff, and she keeps, like, picking up stuff thinking it's related to Horobros.
What is this, a really powerful Pokemon?
Oh, you're gonna need a urine sample, Haruki's like, what do you need a urine sample for? And...
to go back to Pokemon quickly. Wow, what is this? A really powerful Pokemon fossil? Actually, this is Pokemon feces. What does that mean? It's poop. It's poop!
Also, we get cut to Kaburagi, and he's trying to recreate a Belial medal, but he can't do it. Man. And he's just getting, like, super fucking mad because, like, Juggler just came in and took his shit.
He's just, you know...
He's crazy! No. And, like...
He's that guy... He's that otaku that's trying to get the one Gashapon item he needs, so it's just like, don't have it.
Or like he like scratches the thing he already owns, and he's trying to find like a new version, a new one of it, because he wants it like in perfect condition, but he can't find it anymore. So then like Yuka realizes like, and Haruki realizes, oh, it's fucking noon. Oh, the sun's aligned. Okay, and so Horobros comes out. And, you know, he starts fucking shit up, and so like Yuka's just like really like trying to figure out. Oh, I'm gonna figure out how to stop it, how to put it to sleep. Oh, I know, this used to be an ocean area. I'll just play the ocean to the speaker. No, that doesn't do fucking anything. And just so Horobros just keeps getting pissed off. So then like
it kind of upsets Yuka a bit.
Yeah, because usually she's really smart to like figure out this shit, but she can't. She's like stumped. So it's really hard to see her in like stumped.
So I kind of like how this episode, has the message of there's always another way to fix things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Horoboro shows up. So Haruki's like, stay here. Where are you going? Nowhere.
Let me Ultraman. What? Nothing. What's that light? Nothing. What's that you're holding? It? Nothing. Just like he just. Why are you yelling Zep for? Alpha Edge. What? Like she doesn't fucking clue in that Haruki's fucking Ultraman. Haruki, why is Ultraman standing where he just ran off to? What? So Ultraman starts fighting him, and like it's as the fight goes, like he uses just different forms, and
but this one's cool because like freaking the special effects or like the VFX that they did, the visual effects that they did for the episode, it had like Yuka trying to figure out how to actually solve the riddle, or like the written words that were on the Pacific records. You know, that's an Ultraman Orb reference, because that's what the SSP used to figure out how to stop the kaijus.
Yeah, nice reference to Orb.
Yeah, nice reference to... I think it's two references to Orb, because the Pacific records and the Great Grandmother.
Yeah.
Because wasn't what's her name? Bianca, or not Bianca. Like Guy's girl.
Naomi? Yeah,
Naomi's great grandmother or something.
Yeah, oh, Natasha.
That's it. I was thinking like some sort of Ukrainian
like
1916.
Name.
Yeah, like 1916. It's like it's possible to be her grandmother, like great grandmother or something. Maybe, like that.
I don't know. Well, no, Natasha was Russian.
All right, she was Russian.
She was Russian. But yeah, so
also Game of Future got a cape.
You know what? I just realized something.
What?
What if Guy's like Naomi's great grandfather? Like, what if she banged Guy in 1916 and then made a whole line of? I don't want to think about that.
Whoa! I don't think.
Oh God, I have a thing for my great granddaughter.
don't you know who your great grandfather is? Fry nods.
But I didn't feel like
yo.
If I didn't feel like spilling water on myself, I'd probably do that joke. What? This is a spit take. So yeah,
can you two keep it down? I'm trying to analyze this.
Yeah, she even tries, like, she's like, oh, maybe it's like a coat. Maybe if I hold it up to the sun, and I'm like, show the coat. No. Will you two shut the fuck up? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, yeah. So then, like, in the end, Yuka realizes, oh, it's the magic conch. Oh, magic conch, please tell us your secret.
Nothing. All hail the magic conch.
And so she plays, like, she realizes that the conch shell plays a song that can put Horobros to sleep. It plays like a singing spell. Because, like, the characters that she was looking on the screen was a music sheet.
Yeah.
Notes.
And, you know, if we could put video stuff in here, or like clips of episodes, maybe in the future when I re-edit these episodes or something, I just want, like, instead of playing the actual music, it's just Lugia's song from Pokemon 2000. But yeah, you know, Horobros, he's getting sleepy.
I would love if just she plays it through the speaker. It's just it's this guy's song.
Also, what are the odds he defeats it as Gamma Future? You know, the Ultraman from another dimension.
Yep.
Like how Orb was from another dimension. That I may be stretching.
You're probably stretching it.
I'm probably stretching it a bit.
You're trying to make everything go back to Orb, but it's not.
Everything goes back to Orb.
Everything goes back to Ultraman King. We talked about this.
Apparently he showed up in this week's episode of Ultra Galaxy Fight. But I don't know. I didn't see it.
Well, apparently Justice showed up and everyone's like, yo, 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 yo!
Yeah, everyone's like, oh!
Oh my god, Ultimate Justice, they're fucked! I didn't realize Ultimate Justice is so fucking...
Because literally hasn't shown up since the movie.
Oh, wow. What do we get Saga again?
Why does everyone always want Saga?
Saga's cool! It's a combination of the three most powerful Ultramen to ever exist. Ultraman Zero, Ultraman Dyna, and I forgot what the third one was.
Zero.
No, I said Zero. I said Zero Dyna.
Cosmos.
Cosmos, that's right. The three best Ultramen who ever lived. Hey man, Saga was cool, you have to admit.
Yes, it was.
So then, Kaburagi comes out, and he's fucking pissed off because he wants his fucking Belial medal back. So he throws...
Hey man, I said no Tracy's.
So he throws Galactron and...
Gavalis.
I don't remember who Gavalis was.
The person that created Galactron.
Oh, that's right.
The bigger, blacker Galactron.
Oh, yeah. So then we hear that great fucking thing that I love about Galactron, that fucking heavenly song Peace that he makes. It's like, oh, like, like...
The Mugen icon.
Like, it goes, for me, like, it goes, like, freaking Gomora and then Galactron right underneath. Galactron Mark 1, specifically. Like, I like all forms of Galactron, but, like, his first time we've seen him is, like, so cool. And then he fuses with Horobros, and we get Metsuboros.
Yes.
And he's got like
the Parasite Devastation.
So he's got like Galactron's head on him as like a helmet piece.
Yeah, it's like a visor.
It's like a visor, which looks fucking awesome. And he got these cool ass claws with cannons on them.
Yeah, he has Gavalis's claw hands.
Yeah, and he looks super cool.
Reminds me a bit of X-23 a bit.
Oh yeah.
Or like when Logan was like working for Weapon X and how like he had like the rope.
Oh, like the visor with the red.
Yeah, the visor and such.
I like that, and then we kind of got that in Age of Apocalypse.
We're never going to mention that again.
No, we don't mention Dark Phoenix.
We also don't mention that ever again.
Fucking stupidly.
Everything ended after a Logan.
Uh-huh. Well, with New Mutants.
Who gives a shit? Except for maybe like the 5% of New Mutants fans.
Apparently it's only an hour and a half long.
Good. Movies need to be an hour and a half.
Like, the visuals looked cool.
Nothing.
So I watched the Cinema Wins video on it, so I was like, okay, I got to see what this movie is about. Like, oh, it's chicken, like, summon like a soul sword, and she has like a puppet dragon that she talks to, and then becomes real at the end or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know what version of the movie did you watch?
Guy makes his body like the surface of the sun or something. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. It's
Arya Stark's in it.
I don't know. When it comes to freaking Star Wars, when it comes to comic book superhero stuff, I prefer my giants fighting rubber suit monsters.
Yes. And yeah, so Mitsuboros is fucking awesome.
What are the odds? Metsubo Jinrai, freaking. Then you have Metsuboros, which is, taking over Horobros with techno. You son of a bitch!
Oh, you put 01 in my Zed. How dare you?
That's the title of the episode. Yeah. You put 01 in there.
And so, like, it just becomes a thing where, like, Zed has, like, no choice but to destroy him.
Oh, yeah, because, well, at least Yuka told him he's in pain. Please put him out of it.
Yeah, put him out of his misery and his pain. So he does, and then you see, like, the Galactron, like, visor, like, drop on the ground. Like, the claws are there, too.
But I don't know, but I have to listen to it again. But after she tells him to put Horobros out of its misery, I kind of like the music that plays right afterwards. Mm-hmm. Like, right after that. Even when he's transforming, the music is still playing over it. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just like how, like, I just enjoy that piece of music.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, no, it reminds me too that Horobros was like such a fucking cool, such a cool kaiju. So awesome.
And then we see it run off into the...
Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot about that. It's so silly. Like, it shows like his soul like going up into the heavens or whatever like that, but it was like him like running. So it's just like him running through the sky. I know it was supposed to be really meaningful and stuff like that, but like I couldn't help but chuckle a bit. It looked really silly. Like, you might as well have just had Horobros just like floating away into the sky.
Just waving.
Just waving. like a little hand puppet of just like Horobros just waving. You might as well have just done that.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Oh my god.
Thanks, Mr. Horobros.
Thanks, Mr. Horobros. I think that should be the thumbnail. Just like something with like him as like a puppet. Get a Horobros hand puppet? I'd buy that. Poorly photoshopped Horobros puppet. Perfect. So then guess who fucking shows up?
Oh shit!
You see Horobros' spirit go away. Then you just see these like butterfly wings, and Zed's just like, what the fuck is that? And then it's Alien Barossa.
The second gender.
Yes, it's the second brother.
Oh, I didn't know Ultraman liked to copy Kamen Rider. Can't, modern day Kamen Rider. We can't go one episode without bullshit happening, even though we just had a very sad and touching moment. Nah. Gotta slap more shit in.
Yeah. And so apparently this is the older brother?
No, it's
the younger brother.
Yeah, it's the younger brother.
Like, he's back for revenge for Zed killing his younger brother.
In which this one is voiced by freaking
Tomokazu Seki.
Yeah, Tomokazu
the voice
Seki.
of the
Mobarates.
That one puppet from fucking the Tokuju special.
Oh, the Tokuju Super Video special.
He voices the
Isn't that Kiva?
No, that's not Kiva.
Kiva?
No.
Oh right, sorry, that's
Tomokazu
Sugita.
Yeah.
So
anyways, Tomokazu Seki's a very famous fucking voice actor.
Which there were 3 references that I caught. First one is right before the opening. It's he shouts out, "Let's make a show of it," or Hani Exit.
Yeah.
Which is Gokai Red's catchphrase for Gokaiger.
Yep.
He gets his hands on the Belial Rock, in which he does the movement and the phrase final break, which is a reference to final wave.
Yeah.
The third one is actually a much funnier one. he references one of Momotaro's catchphrases. You know, "Igze, igze, igze."
Oh well, yeah, that's just the thing that the characters do.
But here's the thing, though. He didn't voice Momotaro's.
No, he didn't.
Momotaro's is voiced by Toshihiko Seki, which apparently they get confused with agencies because they have the same last name.
Yeah.
So I think that may have been like a reference to, wait, who is this again?
Yeah. So he comes back, and apparently, like, Garmate noticed that he was using a King Joe's gun.
Yeah,
which means I guess there's more than one King Joe, which I guess that makes sense because it's just a robot that's built by an alien race.
I have a feeling it may have been the same attachment that Ultraman Victory uses. Because you know how Ultraman
Victory scans King Joe and he gets this cannon.
Yeah, the Gatling gun arm.
Yeah.
Which I think it was probably just the same prop that they used for the hand.
A King Joe launcher.
Yeah, King Joe launcher.
But yeah, so this whole episode basically focuses around, like, the Belial Rock kind of just, like, bored with Zed, kinda. Because he just, like, he sees more interesting people and, like, he wants to see, like, what they're all about. So, of course, Barossa had to say the one fucking thing that, of course, the sword that has Belial's personality imprinted on him. Oh, what are you gonna do if you use me? Oh, I'm gonna cut shit up and, you know, try to take over the whole universe. Interesting! I'm yours. And I'm like, yeah! You have to just say I will take over the universe and he'll be all over it. Because it's Belial. That's his whole fucking goal. He did it one time. He took over an entire universe.
To quote Ezra Miller, stop. I'm in.
I'm in.
I need friends.
I need friends. Yeah, so it was just hilarious just seeing, like, Belial just kind of jumping people. Fucking Juggler takes interest in him at some point.
Yeah, because so when Barossa takes him over, he's like, you know, find the break, and like he's about to kill Zet. And he, like, Belial just stops him. And he's like, why'd you stop? He's like, your moveset's boring. I'm out of here.
Yeah, so like he goes and he shrinks, and then like Barossa finds him. And he's like, oh, you thought you could, because you could shrink, I wouldn't be able to find you. I can shrink too, idiot. All
right, you little shit.
So then Juggler comes around, and he's just like, oh, I don't care about you two. I'm just interested in this guy.
I'm interested in the sword.
What are you gonna do with me? Oh, I don't really have any goals. I don't care about good or evil. I just, you know, want to just have fun and, you know, maybe cut down a few people. And he's like, oh, aimless goal. Yeah, I'm in.
Deal.
So, and what's interesting, like, Haruki actually was able to kind of go toe-to-toe with Barossa a bit, because he's just like, Barossa's a weak fucker. That's why, like, Gar was making a mention, that's probably why he uses so many weapons.
Yeah, that's probably why the alien race steals weapons, because they're a weak race.
Yeah. But it was just really funny seeing, like, I like that we got an episode just focused on the Belial sword. I think that's great.
Interesting.
Omoshiroi.
Inka, dinka, do.
No, he's not Inka, dinka, do. You don't get to reference Donkey Kong Country, the show. You didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
It was before your time.
Dude, reruns. Anyways.
Hey, yo. Look on down low.
Now I feel like making a banana. Like, now I feel like putting in the thumbnail just the Belial head on a banana.
So it's just like, yeah, it's just the three of them, like Juggler, Barossa, and Haruki trying to all fight to like get Belial Rock's love and attention back.
Yeah.
And so like Juggler ends up being with them, and like he actually like sits down with them in like his heavy Kuro form, and he's just kind of like just chatting with them, just being like yeah, man, like
I like this Ultraman guy. Really? Why? He knows he doesn't want to give up, but he knows his friend's in danger.
Yeah, so what's interesting is, like, in the end, like, the reason the Belial Rock ends up going with Haruki is because he's like, okay, you suck, like, you're rookie, like, you're green, but you have the potential to cut something really awesome someday, and I want to be there for that journey and for that moment, so I'm sticking with you. Which was pretty good lesson in the end. Just like Belial's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm interested to see how you're gonna grow.
I want to be there for your journey.
And now I just kind of want where like Belial comes back and he sees the rock, and Belial Rock's like, "If you touch me, what will you do with me?" And he just goes, he looks at him, and Belial's like,
Good point.
Yeah, good point. You're me, or I'm based off you. Yeah, okay, you can wield it, and then I can actually like have Belial wielding himself.
He just he's like he like since Belial has like the claw hands, he can't really pick it up, so he like uses it as a kunai, just like twirls it around his finger.
Also, we get a badass moment with Wyndham in this episode, which was really cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like Yoka, because like King Joe's being repaired or whatever, because like it was overused in the last episode.
And Svenger's on his way to the museum.
So she like activates Wyndham's like unlimited mode and like does like this burning end attack where like she like heats up Barossa's head, and so she thinks she got him. Barossa's like, no, that didn't fucking work. It was just hot.
So apparently that was another reference to Tomokazu Seki, because he played the character Domo Kashu in Mobile Fighter G Gundam.
Oh, G Gundam, yeah, because
that was
Burning Finger.
Yeah,
Burning Finger.
Yeah,
that's what's called in the dub. Burning Finger.
Apparently that was the reference to that. Also, I forgot he voiced freaking Glenfire.
Oh, that's right, he's Glenfire.
Who was also a space pirate.
Yeah. But yeah, no, G Gundam's an interesting series. It's actually like half the fan base loves it, half the fan base hates it, because it's about like Gundam fights all over the world. It's like there's a Mexican Gundam, there's an American Gundam that's like it's like dressed like a football player, but then it can turn into a boxer. There's a Canadian.
So it's Pacific Rim.
Kinda, yeah, but it's like a tournament. So it's like these Gundams are fighting to be the best Gundam in the world.
Wow.
And so like the main character uses the Japanese themed Gundam, and his technique is called the Burning Finger. I watched like 10 episodes of it. I thought it was fun, but other people think it's really stupid. It's like kind of a shame.
That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions next year. Watch one Gundam show.
I'd recommend Double O. I watched all of Double O.
And I think if I'm going to start anywhere of Gundam, I want to watch the original.
We could watch Seed. Seed's like a modern retelling of the original. It's easier.
The one time I got into Gundam Seed, and it was the final episode. I was like, well, that was really good. Realized it's the final episode. Yeah. Shit!
But yeah, so they end up like eventually, which I actually thought was interesting, like, Barossa, like, he fights with Set, and Set's just like, oh, that's not fucking fair, because, like, he has, like, Wyndham, like, held down, and it's like, yeah, I'll destroy your friend if you don't, like, let me up. And it's like, that's not fair. Pirate. But he's like, I don't give a shit. I'm a pirate. I fight unfair. But then, so he ends up, like, realizing, like, oh, I don't stand a chance now. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So he leaves. But then, like, they use, like, this ultimate Belial technique where it's just, like, they summon, like, Belial's face. And it's just, like, this really...
Yeah, Decium Fang.
Yeah. And it just summons Belial's face, and you hear it go, like... like...
But before he shot it in the air, I noticed how the road looks similar and the buildings look similar. It's the same shot, like, when he puts the sword up. It's the same, like... That's where they got the official photo for, like... Delta Claw.
Delta Rise Claw.
Yeah, Delta Rise Claw. Remember when he was like first announced to the public?
Yeah.
It was that same episode where they took that shot.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, because they probably take set photos all the time.
Well, yeah, so it was that set photo that they took.
Wow. But yeah, it was just cool seeing Belial's fucking face, just like fucking like it was super fucking cool. I loved it.
So did he eat him? Did he just dissipate?
He was swallowed in Belial's darkness.
So, anyways. 9,998 down.
No, 2 down. 9,998 to go. And then
just 6 years down the line, we have like generation 25.
So Celebos also realizes that he's worn out Kaburagi's body, so he needs a new one. So he takes the hold of like this like military captain.
Asano.
Yeah,
that's his name.
And he's like, we capture Kaburagi. We got him in, take him in.
And much like with other people in the Ultraman franchise, Kaburagi has no memory of what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like he wakes up at one point and he's just like, where am I? What am I doing here? So, you killed your best friend. Oh, shit.
And as of this recording, Kaburagi hasn't been seen since.
Yep.
So Kaburagi is just gone from the series. Probably never to be seen again.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, we got 2 episodes left.
I miss Aizen, man. Aizen was supposed to be the main villain of Rube,
and then Saki took over.
Ooh, Saki.
And they had to write him out by getting rid of the space alien that possessed.
And Aizen just went, "Fuck that! I'm going to the world."
Kind of like how Bloodstark did.
Yeah. Bloodstark was the villain the whole time.
That's the title of the episode. You put Ryder in my Ultraman.
There you
go. Yeah, I'm interested, even though I know what happens next.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, this show's ending in 2 weeks. I know saying that makes this episode dated, but just...
Hey man, Zed's been an amazing ride so far. It's just been good episode after good episode, and it's kept our interest, and it's made our these characters lovable. We give a shit about them. They've thrown off so much shit that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Got Jean in here with new powers. Gave him a Lyle fucking shaped sword. Like, you've hit all my fucking interests.
Yeah, Barossa, which could be like, you can do whatever you want because there are thousands of them, and you could just get a different voice actor every time.
This isn't going to be the last we see. Because now that they've said, like, oh, there's 10,000 of these fuckers, that means we're probably going to see Barossa a lot more down the road.
Yep.
Like, I would not doubt we'll see, like, him, like, once per series now.
I would not doubt it.
Would not doubt it.
Or at least twice a series.
Because I feel like he was a really positively received alien, so I feel like we're going to see more of him.
Newest kaiju, or newest alien in the Reiwa era.
Yep. Which, I'm fine with that. Barossa's fun. He's entertaining. Makes it interesting. Like the first time we saw him?
Literally just clean slate. You can do whatever you want with him. Just, here's your Barossa. Here's your Barossa. Use it as you want.
Yeah. Any famous voice actor. Who cares?
I want one voiced by Goku.
Luffy.
I want one voiced by the original Ultraman.
Oh yeah, so this has been Ultraranger.
Yeah, episode 144. You put Ryder in my Ultraman.
Dare you?
And yeah, we're wrapping up for the year because I'm making sure that this episode comes out before our holiday break.
Yep.
Or if anything, during our break.
You got work to do, bud.
Yep. And as always, schwa for now.
Schwa for now.